Hello everyone, welcome back to another online workshop. This is the continuation of a previous training, Visual Design Beyond Text and Links. It is highly recommended that you complete the prerequisite before you complete this training. We'll build on previous competencies such as skills and abilities and add to your toolbox. The objective of this training is to cover visual design, page layout, and accessibility. The first part of the training will cover page layout. Page layout takes all elements of the page in mind, such as page content item type, the block of text, font, size, the selection and placement of images, and the flow and emphasis within the page. Here are some examples of page layouts in a Canvas homepage. This is another example with similar elements, just with the variation of colors and placement of buttons and text. These are only some examples of many variations of a page layout within Canvas. The first items we're going to explore is the HTML editor in Canvas. Let me show you an example. I have already created the examples that you will reproduce in your Canvas course. These are only some examples, and there are many to choose from. The HTML banner is a dynamic element and reacts to the size of the screen. It is simple. It adds color, text, and an icon, and it adds a visual element to the page to provide visual clues for the purpose of the Canvas page. These banners are dynamic. If I make my screen smaller, you can see that the banner size has changed to the size of the screen. You will need to access this document, bit.ly/HTML banner, to access all of the codes that you will copy and paste into your Canvas course. Once you access this Google document, you will have access to copy the HTML code and paste it into your Canvas course. There is a preview of what it looks like. Things to note: you will be able to change various elements of the banner, such as the header size, the background hex color. The picture icon can be changed, but that will be on a different training. The text hex color, the size, and the text. These are some elements that you can change within that banner. Once you open this Google document, copy the first HTML code, right-click and copy, return to the Canvas course, and find the page within your Canvas where you want to test this out. For example, I have a blank page in my Canvas course. Select the Edit option, select HTML Editor, and paste that code that you just got from that Google document. Return to the Rich Content Editor and save. Now you can see that is the exact duplicate of that preview that I provided to you. Let's add more HTML codes into our Canvas course. I'm going to copy the code from the Google Doc, right-click and copy, return to the Canvas page, edit, select HTML Editor, paste the next HTML banner code. Now you can see that you have two. Don't forget to save. And now you see them, they have different icons and they are the same color. You can do this for any one of the banners provided to you in this Google document. You can see the preview so you have an idea of what it'll look like when you paste it into your Canvas course. The next thing that we're going to take a look at is the hex color. You want to be able to change the hex color on the background and also on the text color. Let's open up the link provided to you on that Google document. This is the HTML color picker. Let's say that I want my banner to be black and also I want the text to be white. I want to choose a red color for the background. Once you select the color, you can see that it provides to you a hashtag number. That is the HTML color. Right-click and copy. Return to your HTML editor, HTML. I want to change the background color, so that's going to be background, and then that's the hashtag number. If you wanted to change the text color, you can see the text decoration and then in hashtag number. I'm going to start with the hashtag background number right here, right after the background text. That's my background, and this is the background hashtag number. Once again, copy the color and return to the hashtag number. Paste it. If you return, now you can see that the color is red. Save it. If you wanted to change the text color to white, you can also do the same thing. Just as a reminder, this time we are changing the following number. We are changing the text decoration, text hex color. So that's the second hashtag. Edit, HTML, and here it is, text decoration, and then that hashtag. This is the color of your text color. I'm going to return to the HTML picker and maybe find white. So that's the white color. Copy, and that's the hashtag, and paste it. Return and save. There we go. You can do this for any one of your banners. You can change the color, you can add a color, you can modify that HTML code of color, and then add it to your Canvas course. In the HTML banner Google document, I have added a link to Accessibility Contrast Color Checker. You want to use this website to help you determine the color that you want to use for the background and the foreground. That is the background of the banner, and the foreground would be the text hex color. Let's open up this website so you can see how to use it. Here you have the foreground, which is your text color, and then you have the background. It'll give you a ratio and whether it is a good idea to use that color combination or it is not. For example, my foreground color might be white and my background color, let's say it's red. It gives you information about whether to use it or not to use it. Normal text, it's not a good idea to use it. Large text is a good idea to use it. Now, let's change the color. Foreground color, black, and then background color, blue. It gives you, it is not a good idea to use it because it is very difficult to read. You can see the example here of how difficult it is to use this text color. Use the WebAIM Color Contrast Checker to help you make informed decisions about the color combinations that you are using and applying in your Canvas course. Back in the Google document, I'm going to copy another HTML code. I'm going to return to the Canvas course and edit that page to include one more HTML code. This time I'm going to use this WebAIM Color Contrast Checker. Let's find the foreground color. That would be my text color. I want to keep the text color black, and I'm going to change the background color to another option, let's say orange. Based on the contrast ratio and also a pass for normal text and large text. There's also an explanation of why these two color combinations is a good idea. You can play around with this color contrast checker to give you a better use of the hex color options. I'm going to use this color, once again copy the hashtag number, that would be my foreground. Remember, the foreground is the text color, and then the background is this one. Copy and then paste it for your background, and then return to the Rich Content Editor. Now you can see that it gives me a very accurate representation of the color here and the color that it previewed. Use the HTML color picker or use the color contrast checker if you are wondering whether it is a good combination of colors to use. Let's take a look at some examples of banners within a Canvas course. You can see that I have used a black banner and also white text. It is high contrast and easy to read. This is a visual clue for my homepage. Within each individual module, and made changes to the text, and also repeated the same banner on the bottom. Additional elements of line have been added to this page, and these are HTML codes for creating lines within that page, which provides a visual break for the content. If I return to my home page, I did the same thing for the October training. You can see the repetition of banner and consistency is kept throughout each month. Once again, the banner, lines, and also the banner at the bottom. In this example of a Canvas course, we have a Canvas page with banners to provide information by sections. We have the resources, customized presentation, and then the thank you banner at the bottom. Banners are a great way to provide information, visual clues, and also break content of information for the users to access. When you are adding banners to your Canvas course, and if you want to add text to the bottom, you would need to do the following. Select Edit and return to the HTML editor. Now, right after the header, that's the beginning of the header and that's the end of the header. If you want to add text, you would need to indicate a paragraph. To do so, you need to do the following. Paragraph, and then close paragraph. If I return to the Rich Content Editor, you're going to be able to see that text in there. Return to the HTML editor, and I want you to repeat the same thing. Paragraph, open paragraph. Your text will go there, and then you're going to close the paragraph. Once again, open paragraph. Your text would go in there, and then close the paragraph. You can copy and paste it as well. Now you can see that I have added text elements within that Canvas page. If you have something to type or you want to copy and paste information from a different source, you can simply copy and paste it. For example, I have pasted the following information. You can paste it, and once again, you can paste information as needed. If you want to add an additional banner, once again, copy, return to the Canvas course, HTML editor, and paste that banner. Don't forget to save for all changes to apply. The next part of the training will cover interactive tables to add text and visuals within a Canvas page. This includes a single column table or multiple column tables within a page. I have created an example in my Canvas course for a unit, and I'm going to select the first item. You can see the item on the top. It is a banner, green banner with the title Unit 3 and the folder icon. This will be a visual cue for the teacher and the students that they are in Unit 3. The same banner has been repeated at the bottom of the page to indicate the end of the content within that page. Select Next. I have repeated the same items within the next content page. This banner has been repeated all throughout the Unit 3. At the end of the Unit 3, I will create a new banner with a new color to indicate a different unit. These are visual cues that help the teacher and student indicate that they are within the correct pages of their Canvas course and also within the unit. In this next part of the training, we're going to cover HTML tables. for adding pictures and text, or you might be interested in adding videos and text. Notice how it is a two-column breakdown, picture on one side and text on the other. The picture can be on the left or the right, and the text can also be changed to the left or to the right. The first thing that we'll do is find the picture. Let's go to Pixabay. Pixabay.com provides an array of really nice pictures for your Canvas course. You want to use real picture photographs for your Canvas course. In this example, I'm going to look for education. Now I have pictures related to education. You want to look for free pictures. Select the picture, and then you can do one of two things. You can download the picture, or you can use the URL. In this example, we're only going to download the picture. Download picture, select the size, and then download. Your download picture will go to your download folder. Once you have the picture, you're going to place it in your Google Drive. In this example, I have my Google Drive folder, and I'm going to place my downloaded file in here. You want to organize your pictures. It is highly recommended to organize your pictures when you put them in Drive. I have a folder created for my November workshop, and this is where I'm going to place my picture. This is my downloads folder. I'm simply going to drag and drop the picture in there. Now you can see the picture. Once you drag the picture, you're going to have to share it. You're going to right-click, Share, Advanced, Change. On, anyone with a link can view and save it. Now that you have saved and shared the picture in your Google Drive, open up the following document. bit.ly/HTML 2 columns. I want you to open up this document to copy the HTML code. Highlight the code, copy, and open up a Canvas page where you would like to use the code. Edit the page, select HTML editor, and paste the code. Now you can see that I have added a marker to indicate where the HTML code will go. This is the picture that I had saved and shared. I'm going to select the picture, select the ellipsis icon for more options, open in a new window, select the ellipsis icon for more options, and then Embed Code. This is the Embed Code iframe that you will have to place, copy the Embed Code, and in your Canvas page, place it where I have provided a marker for you to paste that code. If you return to the Rich Content Editor, you will see that your picture is already there. Now that you have added the picture, it's time to add text. If you have existing text on a Word document or maybe getting information from a website, you can copy it, return to the Canvas page. You can choose to paste the information right in the Rich Content Editor or return to the HTML editor and paste the information where I have provided a small clue template of where to paste the text. Ctrl-V to paste or right-click and paste. Return to the Rich Content Editor, and now you will need to format this text for accessibility. To format the text for accessibility, start by highlighting the text. You want to clear any previous formatting from the text, align to the left. Once you finish formatting the text in the paragraph, you can begin to add the headers. Now that you have the picture visual and your text, you will need to add headers. Correct use of headers and paragraph elements are good examples of things that you really should do. Headings communicate the organization of the content on the page. Web browsers, plugins, and assistive technologies can use them to provide in-page navigation. People, the end user, and also search engines and accessibility web tools, such as screen readers, might be used to properly access the information. Let's explore how to properly use headings and paragraphs within your Canvas course. Highlight the heading of the text. From the drop-down menu, select Header 2. Now select the next header. From the drop-down, select Header 3. Next item. One more time, Header 3. And finally, my item number 3 will also be a header number 3. You want to verify that your text is paragraph. You can see paragraph and header. That's the paragraph and that's the header. Don't forget to save for all changes to apply. You can see this table is dynamic when you begin to resize the window. If I resize the window, the text is formatted to properly display within the given size of the screen. The picture is also resized to compensate for the size to the screen and will also emphasize the text as opposed to the picture. The picture is also interactive. You can zoom in and out as needed. Select Edit. And now let's begin to check for accessibility within this Canvas page. You can see the small icon on the Canvas page for accessibility. This is the Check Accessibility option within the Canvas page. Select it. Once you select the Accessibility Checker option within Canvas, you will be able to access the Accessibility Checker window options. It will prompt you to add information as needed. For example, the first issue within this page is the table. It needs a caption. And then apply it. There is no header for this particular table because it is not a table with data information. What I am going to select is row group or column group. I'm going to select column group and apply it. The next one, table header should specify scope. Set the header scope. This is going to be my column group and apply. Once you see the accessibility checker has been successful, you will see the small balloons icons or visual to indicate that this page is accessible to all users. Don't forget to save for all changes to apply. In the Google document, I have provided a link for a web extension called Wave. Wave is an extension for Chrome, and it allows you to evaluate web content for accessibility issues with Chrome and Firefox browsers. Let's explore where to get this Wave Chrome extension. Select the Web Chrome extension link that I have provided in this. Select the Chrome extension link provided in the training materials. And I already have this tool installed in my Chrome extension, and it looks like this. Wave. Back in my Canvas page, I'm going to check the accessibility for this page. Select the Wave icon, and now you can see the breakdown of the various elements within my page. This is a header 2, a header 3, header 3, and header 3. This is paragraph text. This is the name of my table, and you can see that it has various elements. This is why it is extremely important to provide headers and also properly format tables for accessibility within Canvas. This is without the screen reader, and this is with the screen reader Wave. Accessibility is protected by federal law. We are required by law to make all online content accessible to all students. When websites and web tools are properly designed and coded, people with disabilities can use them and access them. Please check the Americans with Disabilities Act website. Section 508 Requirements and Standards, as well as Section 504 Rehabilitation Act of 1973. These are only some resources that are provided to you in this training. Feel free to do your own research and find out more about the accessibility and federal law related to making content accessible online to all students. If you decide you want to add a video as opposed to an image in your Canvas course, you can also do the same thing that you did with a picture. You want to find the HTML embed code of that video and replace it in this template. In my Canvas course, I have already added everything in my template. I have the text. All I need is the image or video embed code. Here I have a YouTube video. I want to find the embed code. If I select the share option, now I am provided with an option to find how I'm going to share it. Select the embed option, copy the embed code, and then return to the Canvas page to the HTML editor. You want to paste the embed code where you previously embedded the image. Now you can see that we have the video and we also have the text. Don't forget to save for all changes to apply. This content is also dynamic. If I rescale my screen, you can see that the text and the picture resize to fit the size of the screen. I'm going to expand. If I go to the previous, I added a picture, which is dynamic. If I move to the next item, I can directly play the video within that page in Canvas. I can also expand the video, I can escape the video, I can pause the video and rewind it as needed. If you want to make this video larger and make this area smaller for the text, you simply go back to the Edit option in the HTML editor and resize the picture. In the video iframe, find the width and the height. You want to keep it consistent. So if I increase this by 2 numbers, that makes it 7. If I increase this 3 by 2 numbers, that makes it 5. Return to the Rich Content Editor and save. Now we have a larger video. And also, the text is resized to meet the size of that screen. In this next part of the training, we're going to take a look at tables in the Rich Content Editor and how to properly format them for accessibility. I have already created an item in my Canvas module. Select the item. I'm going to edit the item, and I've already added the banners to indicate this is part of my Unit 3. I have already added a paragraph for text, and if you recall, going back to the HTML editor, you needed to add open paragraph and close paragraph. I'm going to add a table. Now, tables can be used to organize images and text. However, if you're only planning to use tables to format the page, it might not be a good idea. Tables are not intended to be used for page layout for the entire page. You might eventually run into issues with this, such as overlapping text, overlapping of images and text, not properly displaying on the screen. Creating or copying tables into a Canvas Rich Content Editor page seems problematic and it might be difficult. The table structure is lost and it will not be formatted the way it's intended. Tables in Canvas can be 1 column, 2 columns, or multiple columns within that table. It is best practice to only use tables to display data. They are not intended as page layout templates within a Canvas page. I'm going to select a table and I'm going to add a few columns. Let's say that this is my agenda. I have my column for the date, a column for the activity, and maybe a column for the link. So I'm going to add maybe 3 of them. This is only an example and your agenda might look very lengthy. Once you have created a table in the Rich Content Editor within Canvas, you want to properly format the table for accessibility and also for other screen readers to access the information and interpret the information for the user. Select Edit, highlight the header row of that table, select the drop-down, and now select Row and Row Properties. Specify the row type. This is going to be a header, and then apply it. Once you apply the row header, you can also highlight the row header and then specify header. You can bold it. You can also change the size. Now you have a date, topic, and link as the header of this table. Select Save for all changes to apply. As you continue to edit the table, you also want to keep in mind the alignment of the text within that table. It is highly recommended that you align all text to the left of the table. Keep it left aligned. Text alignment refers to how the lines of text on a page line up. Did you know that text alignment can affect how easy it is to read a web page? Left alignment is the most common practice when it comes to web page design and displaying content online for others to read. Don't forget to save for all changes to apply. Now let's check the accessibility within the Canvas page. Select the icon, check accessibility, and it's saying that it needs a caption. Apply. It's missing a header. Tables should include at least one header. I'm going to select the row as the header, which is the first one, and then apply it. And now my accessibility is complete. Don't forget to save for all changes to apply. You can continue to format the table as needed. You can add additional rows within your table by placing your mouse over the table column and then adding additional rows. In this example, I'm going to merge these rows by selecting the drop-down Cell, Merge Cells. And I'm also going to add a different color. Cell, Cell Properties, Advanced, and then not the border color, but the background color. Type the name of the color. Select OK. In my next set of rows, it'll be for a new unit, and we can name it Unit 2. This provides a visual break for the list of items within this table. I'm going to save for all changes to apply. Now you can see this particular row became more like a line within that table to separate my month of October and also the continuation of the month of November. I have the following items. This item will be my unit master agenda template. From this item, the students will access all of these resources. I'm going to go back to that master agenda template and I'm going to select edit. The next thing I'm going to do is add individual items as links for students to access. I do not want to list all of the items under the module because then it'll be too many to display within this view. I only want to display this master agenda item template. So what I'm going to do is place my cursor over that link column section and I'm going to look for the first item. So my first item is training example HTML banner. Place the cursor, that was a page, and I'm going to look for it. Once I find the item, select it and it will automatically appear as a link within that cell. I'm going to place the next one and now I'm going to be looking for HTML code for 2-column table example. Here it is. I'm going to place it on there. I go to the next one and I'm looking for HTML column table example video. So now I'm looking for the video. Here it is. And then activity 3, and that's an assignment. So I'm going to go to assignments. Here it is. And I can continue doing that for each item that I have created. Please note, these items right here appear within my search within the pages or assignments or quizzes or announcements, discussions. They will appear because I have already created them. If you have not created those items, you can't really use this option. So you have to be careful. This is an advanced page setup because you are already using items that you have created. Don't forget to save for all changes to apply. Now you can see that we have the date, the topic, and the link. Now the students can access these without having to visit or without having to access all of these pages within the module. As a matter of fact, the teacher can actually remove them. So if I remove, you're not really deleting them. What you are doing is removing them from the module. They already exist within the individual items within your course navigation. If I remove this one more time, you are not deleting it. You're only removing it from view from this module. The item already exists within the Canvas navigation. Now there's only one item within that unit, and all of the items the students need to access are within this page. If I go to Home and select Student View, I'm going to select Modules. Now you can see that I have my Master Agenda template, and I can still access all of those items because they are still published, but they are not inside that module. They exist within the course navigation the teacher has already created. The student can still access all of the content items within the unit. They can go back to modules. They can go back to the template. In this example, you can see that I have created a master template to access the information and the links to the module items. This is my master agenda template, as I called it in the training, and I have all of the items in the module linked to my to-do tasks. You can see that this is the module, but I only display the September workshop topic information, which is this page, the master template. I also have added the September completion form, and that is included within this to-do task. And finally, the badges, which the user can access in the course navigation. This advanced page layout and navigation makes it easier for the user to find and access the items that they're looking for in one page. Thank you for completing the online workshop, Canvas Visual Design, Page Layout and Accessibility.